You're still watching Conga TV, and welcome to the Health Circle, your ultimate source for health, beauty, and wellness insights. My name is Miracle HEG, and today's episode is on fire, literally. Today, we are tackling one of the most controversial topics out there, sunscreen. Do you believe that sunscreen is a lie? And do you think that dark women really need it? Now, there's a dangerous misconception floating around, often summed up by the phrase black don't crack, that if you have dark skin, you're naturally immune to the sun's harmful effects. But is that really the case? Today, we are debunking myths, revealing the science behind sun protection, and explaining why everyone, even dark-skinned women, need sunscreen. So, if you're ready to uncover the truth behind these sunscreen lies and learn how to protect your gorgeous skin, stay with us.
Well, a sunscreen is, I'll say, a protective barrier, a cream that is used to protect the integrity of the face and, of course, the outer part of the body, the places, the parts exposed to the sun. I rarely do, not as often as I should. I do. Sometimes I don't. Well, because for the times that I've used it, I've seen it work, and I also know people who make it, who for them it's part of their ritual, skincare ritual. I know it works, so yes, I would recommend it. Yes, it does. It has nothing to do with the color of one's skin.
Welcome back to the Health Circle on Conga TV. And today, like I said earlier, we are talking about sunscreen, the lies, and we want to know if dark-skinned women are really in need of sunscreen. Now, the myth of black don't crack and sunscreen misconceptions is what we are talking about. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. The pervasive belief that dark skin doesn't need sunscreen. Now, many dark-skinned individuals hear the phrase black don't crack, suggesting that natural melanin is an all-powerful shield against sun damage. While melanin does offer some protection, it only works up to a point, roughly equivalent to SPF 13 protection. And the misinformation in the media, sunscreen is often marketed with images of fair-skinned models, and many studies on sun protection focus on lighter skin. Now, this leaves a significant gap in awareness and leads to the false assumption that dark-skinned women are less vulnerable to sun damage. But here are consequences of this misconception. Research reveals that over 60% of black individuals rarely use sunscreen, especially in Nigeria. And the 2014 study showed that black people are prescribed sunscreen in emergency rooms about 9 times less often than their white counterparts. Remember, the lack of sunburn in dark skin doesn't equate to immunity from the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays. Let's pause and listen to a short tune that encourages us to question the status quo and seek the truth about our skin's health.
I do think that sunscreens are very important for dark-skinned people, both men and women. And that is because the sunscreen is going to help with the melanin production. So, for example, people who have dark marks, going out into the sun with the melanin production is going to get even darker, or people that have scars. Now, having sunscreen topically over the skin helps reduce that damage. Okay, sunscreens also help slow down aging. Most of them have anti-aging ingredients to help slow down aging whilst protecting us from the UV rays of the sun. Thirdly, I want to say that sunscreens are absolutely necessary because it's through studies that we have seen it also prevents skin cancer. Okay, so with some of this sort of information out there, at least you don't want to take the risk. For what it's worth, apply your sunscreens. also there are certain ingredients in skincare products that require us to definitely use sunscreens, especially ingredients like retinol. And so I'm going to show you 3 sunscreens that I would easily recommend that are available at It Is Essentials that you can always carry with you, apply at home, reapply by putting them in your purse because they are small enough to pop into your bag. First on my list would be this Garnier Skin Active, and this is an even matte and it's got vitamin C as well. So you're getting sun protection and you're getting your skin brighter all in one. So this is a 2-in-1. Secondly, I will go in with the La Roche-Posay, and this one is the Fluid Oil Control. So for most people who have oily skin, this is definitely a better sunscreen to have in your skincare routine. And last but not the least is this Korean brand. This is a Vitamite Brightening Sunscreen, and this is by Mediheal. Okay, so these are a variety of skincare sunscreens that are safe for you to use, and of course, they are available for you to purchase at itisessentials.com. Yes, I have experienced sunburn because in Nigeria, just like right now, we're going through a heat wave where the sun gets really, really hot. Sometimes I'm not able to avoid the sun when I have a really busy, crazy schedule. So in the past, I did have sunburn where I wasn't really that conversant with all the extras I would do to take care of my skin to prevent the sunburn. For example, now what I did that helped when I had the sunburn, and so since then till now, it's my go-to, to just make sure that I avoid the sunburn reoccurring. So what I do is I apply my sunscreen as my last step. I always go out with a refresher mist spray, and I have a sun hat. So I'll show you these 3 products that I'm talking about so you understand how to prevent having sunburns and also how to keep on your sunscreen to last for longer. So after I have applied my sunscreen, as you can already see on my face, next I always have this in my car. So this is my refresher through the day. Easy as that. You just do that. Pat it into your skin if you want to, or you can just leave it to just dry by itself. And finally, I always make sure I've got my sun hat. So I'm always protected, right? And this way, since I've been taking care of, regularly doing this anytime I'm out in the sun, I haven't had my sunburn reoccur. So that's my tip, and you should use it too. Try it out. Also, you can get your sun hats at It Is Essentials. So I would say the biggest challenge for most people when it comes to sunscreen is affordability, simply because most sunscreens don't come in like a sizable jar, so when they feel like they have to keep on repurchasing it. However, today on the market, we have some brands that have come out with, bigger jars. So that problem is solved. Secondly, when it comes to the greasiness that a lot of people complained about in the past, like when it comes to sunscreens, a lot of brands have taken this into consideration as well. I myself don't like the greasy texture. And so there are really good skincare sunscreens. Since there are really good brands now that have no white cast in the sunscreen, and they are lightweight as well for people who have oily skin. You have those products sunscreens that are really good or control the oil and still give the UV protection that is required. And again, we have this available in store. I want to say affordability is one of the major reasons why many people don't use sunscreen. But more importantly than that, I want to say education. I feel like a lot of people are not educated about the importance of sunscreens or even how to incorporate them into their routines. If they knew, I do not think that affordability would really be the main challenge. Reason being, they do use that same money to buy other products that are not necessarily as important as the sunscreen. So I believe if they knew how important it was and they were educated better, then that would sort of reduce or eliminate that challenge. Yes, in our skincare seminar that's going to come up for 50 plus, we are definitely going to touch on the importance of sunscreens. We are going to more importantly touch on skincare routines that for different skincare types. And so with that information, when selecting sunscreens, people learn to know what type of sunscreen they can use that will work better for their skin tone, for their skin texture, and give them the desired results that they want.
What is sunscreen, and why is sunscreen essential for everyone, regardless of your skin color? Sunscreen is a topical product that protects your skin from the harmful effects of ultraviolet rays, that is the UV rays, by either absorbing or reflecting them. Now, SPF, or sun protection factor, measures how well a sunscreen protects against the UV rays, the ones primarily responsible for sunburn. For example, SP15 blocks about 93% of UV rays. SPF 30 blocks about 97%, and SPF 50 blocks about 98%. Now, here is a broad spectrum protection. It is crucial to choose a broad spectrum sunscreen which protects against both UVA and UVB rays. Now, UVA rays contribute to skin aging, wrinkles, and dark spots, while UVB rays are the main culprits behind sunburn and over time can lead to skin cancer. The previous edition, I talked about the melanin while treating the topic skin bleaching versus skin toning. Now, the dark skin contains more melanin, which provides a natural barrier that is equivalent to about SPF 13. However, this protection is not foolproof, and it doesn't prevent the cumulative long-term damage caused by sun exposure. Stay with us as we dive deeper into how sunscreen serves as a critical shield for your skin, no matter your tone, right after this brief break. Now let's talk sunscreen, which is known as essential shield for dark skin. Why is sunscreen a must-have, even for dark-skinned women? This is because it protects against DNA damage. Sunscreen is not just about preventing sunburn. Its primary role is to guard your skin's DNA from the chronic damage caused by UV exposure. Now, this damage can lead to premature aging, hyperpigmentation, and even skin cancers, even though the risk is lower compared to lighter skin. Also, there are cosmetic benefits of the sunscreen. Besides health, sunscreen helps maintain an even skin tone, and prolonged sun exposure can worsen hyperpigmentation and dark spots, affecting your natural glow and overall skin texture. And of course, if you are living in Nigeria, you know that you always need to go out wearing your sunscreen. Sunscreen also prevents long-term damage. Now, while dark skin might not burn as easily, it is still vulnerable to long-term damage such as collagen breakdown and increased risk of certain skin cancers. But a consistent use of sunscreen is key to preserving the youthful vibrancy and integrity of your skin. The good news: sunscreen technology has evolved. There are new formulations that blend seamlessly into dark skin without leaving a white cast, because some people would say, I don't like sunscreens because they leave a white cast. Now, these modulations ensure that protection is both effective and cosmetically appealing. Right now, we'll be breaking down the key differences between the myth and the reality of sunscreen use for dark skin. A myth: dark skin doesn't need sunscreen because it won't burn. Reality: while melanin does offer some natural protection, it's equivalent to only a low-level SPF. And if you joined earlier, you know I mentioned SPF 13. That is the level that your melanin can protect your skin from the sun. And this means that without sunscreen, dark skin is still susceptible to UV damage. And that can lead to premature aging, uneven skin tone, and even cancer. Second myth: sunscreen is only for preventing wrinkles. Now, here's the reality. The main benefit of sunscreen is to protect against DNA damage from UV exposure, which is a critical factor in preventing long-term skin conditions and cancers. Myth number 3: Myth number 3. Sunscreen products are not designed for dark skin. Reality. Advances in formulation have resulted in sunscreen options that cater to darker skin tones, offering broad spectrum protection without the dreaded white cast. Remember, healthy skin is not about avoiding the sun altogether. It's about smart protection and caring for your skin's future. Remember, your skin is what will take you to old age. After this short break, we will explore the potential long-term consequences of ignoring sunscreen and share some eye-opening expert insights. You wouldn't want to miss that. Stay right here. Now, some people ask the question, can sun damage be reversed? Let's quickly uncover the truth. Reversing the damage caused by chronic sun exposure isn't easy. It's not a day's job. Even if you haven't experienced sunburn, the continuous assault of UV rays can lead to gradual DNA damage, hyperpigmentation, collagen breakdown, and increased risks of skin cancer. However, early intervention is key. Stopping sun exposure early and protecting your skin can prevent permanent damage. With diligent skincare, hydrating, nourishing, and using restorative products, some of the damages can be minimized. Dermatologists may also offer treatments like chemical peels, laser therapy, or topical antioxidants to help reverse sun-induced aging. What about the long-term effects? If sun damage is extensive, issues like uneven patches, deep wrinkles, and certain types of skin cancer may take years to heal. Let's reflect on these insights with a tune that underscores the importance of taking proactive care of your skin today for a healthier tomorrow. Afterwards, we will be sitting with an expert, a skincare expert, to talk to us further about sunscreen and why every skin color and every skin type requires the use of sunscreens. Stay right here. Let me quickly read a testimonial that someone wrote. I used to think that because I rarely burned, I didn't need sunscreen, but after learning about the long-term effects of UV exposure, like dark spots and premature aging, I started using a tinted broad-spectrum sunscreen. My skin is now healthier and my complexion more even, and I feel more confident than ever. You can see me smiling already because these insights remind us that the truth about sunscreen isn't just about the light or dark skin. It's about caring for your skin with the best tools available, and I'm glad that she has regained her confidence. And also, the use of sunscreen is not limited to a particular gender. Even men ought to make use of sunscreens as well. Now, having listened to all this and having listened to our skincare expert, that is Lillian Onachukwu, the owner of Edith Essentials. If you're a dark-skinned woman looking for sunscreen that blends seamlessly and provides robust protection, here are some tips. 1, you need to choose a broad-spectrum sunscreen. You heard that from the testimonial I've read. You need to look for products that protect against both UVA and UVB rays with an SPF of 30 to 50. Opt for tinted formulas. These formulations are designed to complement dark skin tones without leaving a white cast. And also, you need to consider lightweight, non-greasy formulas. These products ensure a comfortable wear, especially for daily use, because you need to wear your sunscreen every day. For daily routine tips, apply at least half a teaspoon on your face and your neck. Use 1 ounce for your entire body. That is a shot glass size. And you need to reapply every 2 hours or more if you're swimming or sweating. Ensure that you reapply every 2 hours or more if you're swimming or sweating. Now, if you've got a sunscreen and you don't know how to store it Here is a storage tip. Protect your sunscreen from excessive heat and sunlight to maintain its effectiveness. Remember, your skin is your canvas. You need to protect it with products that respect its natural beauty and strength. And just like our skincare expert said, your skin is what will carry you through old age. So make sure you are taking care of it very well. And on that note, we hope that today's episode has shattered the myths surrounding sunscreen for dark skin. The truth is clear. Everyone, men and women alike, regardless of skin tone, needs sunscreen to protect against long-term damage. Your skin deserves the best care, nourishment, protection, and love. And healthy, radiant skin isn't about avoiding the sun. Remember, it's about equipping yourself with the knowledge and products to keep your skin glowing for years to come. Now, if you have any questions or personal experiences to share, drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an episode of the Health Circle. Stay radiant, stay informed, and as always, protect your glow. Until next time, this is Miracle HAG saying, keep shining and take care of your beautiful skin. Bye bye.